They have started. Jirachi versus Kingdra lead. Last week, Groudon brought a Kingdra lead, or sorry, not Kingdra, but a water lead from what I recall. Yeah, he brought a Starmie lead last time out. Crucify with a Jirachi lead. Could be Scarf, could be like some kind of bulky set. Could be a lot of things, really. And as for Crucify, he definitely does not want to stay in against this Kingdra, because Kingdra could be looking to do big damage. Again, like turn 1, could be anything from Crucify's side, whereas Groudon's team probably a little more offensively oriented. Brings out Heatran here, scouting out a possible Thunder Wave from Jirachi. And this tells me that this is probably some kind of Scarf Jirachi. And as for this Tyranitar, could be Choice Band, could be like a couple things really. Could be like some kind of mix set. Could also be the Rocker on this team. If it is, this is a really good opportunity for Crucify to get rocks up. As for Groudon's Heatran set, again, I'm not too sure what the Heatran set could be. Could be Shuka, could be a couple things, to be honest. And Groudon burning some clock here. Again, like just being really weary of the Tyranitar. Because even if you have like say Shuka Berry or even Chople, say for example, then like you don't want to burn that up against the Tyranitar at this stage in the game, like 2 turns in. And Will-O-Wisp here, okay. Okay, yeah, so Groudon probably taking a page out of Ladybug's week 1 idea with the Wisp Heatran. And that's actually a really good lure, but that also could have easily gone haywire if that Will-O-Wisp missed. And that T-Tar doing 57 with superpower, so that probably indicates to me that this is Choice Band damage. And again, like I'm not too sure who the Rocker is on this team, because if it's not Heatran, well, could be some other things. Could be like a Metagross, for example. That's another thing I could see. In fact, let me pull that up. Is it? Yeah, that is Choice Band damage. Assuming this is like the max HP Heatran. Because again, I don't see anything else. Because if there was no HP investment on that, then that superpower would have done way less. So this tells me this is probably like some max Heatran. That's something that Groudon has liked running. And Groudon bringing into Kingdra here, knowing that he's gonna get a free click here with either like Surf, Hydro Pump. Could even be something quirky like Rain Dance, offensive Kingdra. So that's another thing. And yeah, speaking of Kingdra, yeah, Kingdra has really had a bit of a resurgence in SPL so far. Like we saw it in week 1 from BKC. I think we saw it last week from Dredre, and now we're seeing it from Groudon. And let's see if Groudon can make the Kingdra go, or no, John also brought Kingdra in week 1, but he lost. But yeah, let's see if Groudon can make it free for 4. And yeah, that's a lot of damage right there. 41% on a resist, mind you. So this tells me this is probably specs. And for Crucify, it's like if you are Scarf, then it's like, do you Thunder Wave here, or do you just pivot out? This is also a good chance for Crucify to get rocks up. Like 5 turns in, Groudon's down to 150 seconds. So that Heatran turn really burnt a lot of clock. From really had to think about how he wanted to approach this. But being able to neutralize the Choice Band Tyranitar was huge. And I wonder if Crucify brought like Jirachi, T-Tar, Zap Me, Loomtran again, or like a variation of that 6. And earlier this week, we also saw BKC bring kind of a similar composition of that idea, except he replaced Scarf Heatran with Scarf Lucario. And just you turning on the Heatran, pretty safe play. You don't actually lose too much. Again, like, I'm not sure if this is Scarf Jirachi or this might be like some kind of bulky Scarf Jirachi. And the Latias is in. And if this is like Choice Specs Latias, okay, so I can rule out the Zap Me Loomtran stuff, but if this is Choice Specs Latias when this Heatran is going down, like something is dying, if it's not dying, but it's taking a lot of damage. So that's what I see right now. And Groudon down to 2 minutes on the clock. Crucify down to 180 seconds. Both these players are really just trying to think about how they want to go about this. Yeah, like this tells me it's probably specs. Could also be something quirky like, I don't know, Expert Belt, 4 attacks. Who knows? But looking at Groudon's team, like only 2 mons in, and this could be like some kind of balancy build. I assume there's gotta be a second steal for Groudon this side, because like you normally need to have a second steal on the team so that you could actually okay, nice. Yeah, so you could take a Draco Meteor, but that's a really nice call out by Groudon. Hard call to like call out the Surf, and that Surf just kind of bouncing off the Kingdra. And Kingdra again looking to drop another Draco, potentially. And I can probably rule that out not being Choice Specs damage, because normally it do make way more. And yeah, just as I say that, Kingdra gets dropped. And yep, there's the second steal that I was talking about. And now, this, I wonder if this is like either some kind of Colbur Latias, or maybe even something like Expert Belt. And, okay, no, it is not, but Pursuit Metagross, really nice to take advantage of the special attack drop. And Crucify bringing out the Donphan, so this is looking to be some kind of very bulky team from Crucify's side, just very BO, like bulky offense, and like not quite stally per se, but for Crucify this is a great chance to get rocks up. So I'm guessing Donphan's the rocker, and yep, it is. And Groudon bringing out the Latias, probably looking to get a free Surf off, maybe even Draco Meteor per se. Because, again, like this Latias looks super threatening on Groudon's side. And Pursuit Metagross is kind of a nice callback to older DPP. It's not something you see a whole lot nowadays. And because most Metagrosses nowadays run something like Meteor Mash, EQ, Explosion, and then maybe Stealth Rocks or Trick, but I think that Metagross could have also been like Choice Scarf Pursuit. That would be a good shout for sure to run that. And the Surf doing 46 to Jirachi, and Groudon's down to 30 seconds, so he's been playing with fire with the clock in his games. He's gonna have to make a decision soon. You don't want to be constantly be left like wondering, oh man, when am I? Okay, we see a double Kingdra action here, so somebody with Kingdra is gonna win, and this Kingdra looking to threaten big damage, but Groudon could probably live a Hydro Pump and then just blow up on it, but you don't want to necessarily do that. And yeah, that is Choice Scarf indeed. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I mean, if you were gonna stay in and just do damage, I think blowing up might have been better. But yeah, so Gengar's in now, and Gengar just takes the kill here. And Crucify now. Okay, so Rotom Blast, this tells me this has to be Scarf. Like, if it's not Scarf, then this is a damn good way to bluff Scarf on Crucify's end. And I think this could really go off now because of the fact that the Scarf Metagross is gone, so there goes Groudon's Pursuiter. And to be honest, I'm not sure if letting the Metagross die was the play. Like, if you're gonna stay in and do that, I think Groudon might have been better off just sacking the Heatran, in my opinion. And yeah, just opts to blow up here, and yeah, that's surprising, but the Latias could have been handy in some spots, but now I wonder what Groudon's last is. They have the double steal. I assume there's gotta be another win condition here, and if this is in fact, yeah, it is Scarf, so Groudon doesn't, I'm not sure if Groudon has, oh, it's DD Tar last, okay. No, but even then, I think Crucify is heavily favored in this position for a couple reasons. One, even if it's DD Tar, you have the Donphan in the back, and Donphan is like completely healthy, so Crucify does not need to do anything ridiculous here. And I think, barring critical hits, I think that is, or like freeze hacks, if he has Ice Punch on this, that's the only, oh, yeah, I was gonna say, and then yeah, this has to have Ice Shard, and yeah, Crucify basically has this game wrapped up in the bag. Yes, yeah, probably stay in, deal a little more damage, Surf here, and just got a clean house with Rotom, and that is that. So Crucify with a very commanding victory over Groudon. Crucify is now 2-1 on the season. Groudon is also 2-1. And again, like, this was a pretty solid team from Crucify, like with the Jirachi, T-Tar, and then like the Latias being not like some maybe expert belt or something like that. So like a non-choice Latias, and then you got the Scarf Rotom and the Kingdra. Like, yeah, this is a cool 6. I like Crucify's team. Groudon's team also had some interesting applications, but again, I think his team like didn't really have the best water resist per se. I think the turns where he was kind of in trouble was the Kingdra on Latias turn, where after he went Kingdra, I think he should have realized that, hey, look, this Latias is probably not like Scarf, or, well, okay, hindsight's 50-50 to be fair, but I think what happened there was Groudon probably assumed that the Latias was Surf on like Choice Scarf, but like Latias never runs Surf on Choice Scarf sets normally, so I think what he could have maybe done to make this game a little bit more salvageable was to go hard Metagross on like a potential Draco Meteor and then Pursuit Trap the Latias that way. So that's one way you could have gotten out. And then the Groudon coming in, or sorry, not Groudon, but the Tyranitar coming in, by that point it was just too little too late. Like, if he had Ice Punch, then maybe he had a small chance to like maybe freeze a Donphan, or like try to play for hacks with like Ice Punch or crit with Aqua Tail. So that's one way I think Groudon could have potentially robbed the game. And also like just the, like, he knew that the Rotom probably had to be Scarf, so I think he needed to find a turn to go T-Tar on one of those Shadow Balls and then try to work from there. But it is what it is. That being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys do, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.